Hey everyone, have a here we're on a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be taking our first look at the official Saiyan Day DOKKANFEST exclusive Kid Goku. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So yes, a few hours ago from when I'm recording this video, Dokkan did officially announce the Get Goku, where I did, of course, a prediction video with the leaks and everything. And yeah, we're going to get the Kid Goku. Some things I like about it, some things I'm disappointed. I predicted it was going to be STR unit. It's an AGL unit. Surprised in that, being that we already have a Kid Goku AGL unit, but not technically summonable or Dokkan Festival exclusive. And I'm very disappointed that it's not a Kid Goku Great Ape. I think that is a huge miss on Dokkan's part here. But I am happy that is a Earthbred Fighters leader. So let's go ahead and just dive into the details first and foremost. But it was officially announced through the global producers letter. And we're actually just producers letter now. It's not even global international. It's just the producers letter straight out. And again, some good things about it. And this was a big tease. Like, look at here, guys. Like when this dropped, you're like, oh, look it. It's going to be a Great Ape unit. But unfortunately it is not. So yeah, it is a Kid Goku, but maybe they're going to be doing something different. Maybe that's going to be there's not going to be a summonable LR. Unfortunately, the Saiyan Saga celebration is a ton of EZAs, and that's actually a plus sign about what's going to EZA. Before we dive into that, we're going to get a new red zone. And some, Dokkan Awakening support campaign pieces, things of that nature. But the biggest news on the preview or the producer's letter here is the announcement that we're going to get the EZA to Path of Power Goku. So I'm not too sure why they ended up going this route, because getting an EZA to Path of Power Goku and him not being able to link up properly, and he's generally going to be in main rotation. I don't know how I feel about this, right? This is actually interesting enough, surprising to me, because it's a 2023 unit, and seemingly this is getting EZA'd a lot sooner than expected. So we'll see how it works out, and see how the linking factors go in terms of this. Being a TUR is not that huge of a deal. Because there's no plus the key that's going to really help for 18 key super attack. 12 is okay. I don't know. Anyway, big surprise here. So it's going to be interesting to see the news on this EZA. But let's dive into the meat of things in terms of the Kid Goku here. Same name. So let's start with the stats. Let's make this a little bigger so everybody can see here. Again, very happy that we're getting Earthbred Fighters. Unfortunately, it's a DB Saga. Don't really need another DB Saga leader at this point in time, but Earthbred Fighters is huge. That's going to be very, very beneficial. However, the disappointment then, it's Youth and Dragon Ball Seekers as the additional category. Now, I am happy to see that this is a double leader skill, being that all we've seen so far is a 2 category and then 1 over here. So, of course, Youth being so small and Dragon Ball Seekers being small as well, combining them makes a lot of sense. But I was hoping for Bond of Friendship or something of that nature, because then that would be a much better team. We're going to talk about, the team options that we're going to have here as well. But again, Earthbred Fighters is going to be running at 200%, 170. And, we have a ton of units that are the top tier units for Earthbred Fighters. Let's look down here in the passive skill here. So the passive skill here has an entrance animation when there is another DB Saga Youth or Dragon Ball Seekers category ally attacking in the same turn upon entry. So it is some limitation in terms of this, and it is a very powerful entrance animation in terms of a damage reduction of 40% for 7 turns. So yeah, I think this is very important to have. Oh, I'm sorry, launches the additional super attack as well. So very beneficial. So you don't want to, it's limiting you in terms of making sure that this unit is going to be usable, because you're going to have these allies needing to be attacking the same turn. Should be fine, but it is limited in that sense. Base effects here, attack and defense 200%, so they're sticking to that still. Damage reduction additional 20%, so you're gonna have 60% damage mitigation for those 7 turns. Huge, very very strong there. Launches additional attack, has a great chance of becoming super attack, and then when key is 12 or more, or we're just max key, attack 100%, 55% to perform critical hit within the turn, and then 22% of evasion within the turn. So when receiving attack, defense 200%, that's really nice. For every super attack performed, attack 50% up to 200%. So 4 super attacks, you will get the max there. So having this additional super attack makes it very, very easy to do. And then after performing 7 or more super attacks in a battle, launches an additional guaranteed super attack afterwards, and then guards all attacks. So very strong here in terms of if you're going to be able to get this within 7 turns, you're going to be guarding, 60% damage mitigation, defensive boost. Oh, by the way, it is a stacking unit, of course, being with this crazy new event. Of course, we have the 3-hour event that you need a stacking unit on. Yeah, so they're making this unit viable for that event, right? That makes a lot of sense. You know, Festival of Battles is a thorn in a lot of people's side. So seemingly with all this, so the stacking ability and the seal here, seal really isn't hugely beneficial in the Festival of Battles, but in adding that, the stacking, and then basically once this drops off here, you have guard, you have 20% damage mitigation, you have your defensive raw number there is going to be huge, right? You're doing a ton of super attacks, right? Additional super attacks, and then still additional super attack from there. So minimum of 2 basically every single time, and then you're going to have a high chance of 3, right? Great chance here. And then hidden potential 4. Yeah, it's going to stack up very, very quick. So yeah, first position unit, as long as you have this activated, and yeah, that's probably where the Path of Power Goku is going to be a floater. I don't know if can you run Path of Power Goku and float. We'll see when the EZA happens on that end. So yeah, hugely beneficial. Now you do have also some additional boost here in terms of activated when you're attacking with Bulma here, and it raises attack and defense and stuns the enemy versus Seal's super attack. So I'm not too sure why they ended up not just having like raises attack and defense and seals and stuns, because there's certain situations where you're going to want to seal versus stun because the enemy is not susceptible to stunning but maybe sealing, right? So kind of odd they ended up doing that, but it's also odd they end up having a Bulma since we have a banner unit that's Chi-Chi. So it would have been nice to have Bulma or Chi-Chi here as a unit. Unit super attacks are just never makes a lot of sense in the first place. But here's the kicker to this unit here that I think makes this unit hugely beneficial in terms of everything in endgame. You have this activation after 3rd turn, active skill, recovers 30% HP, and then straight up key +3, attack defense 30%. That's crazy strong. So yeah, huge benefit in terms of this active skill here with Goku Goes Fishing. So very interesting that they ended up having this huge of a buff, permanent buff for the remaining portion of the battle. So unfortunately, categories are limited. Man, if this was a Great Ape unit, and it was a Great Ape unit, and all this was still true, and then it would have been on a lot more categories, man, this unit would have been very valuable. It is going to be very valuable anyway, but man, being on Grade 8 Power would have been amazing. So anyway, well, actually, it would have been a little bit tough due to the fact of the restriction like I talked about here, right? So let's go back over here. The DB Saga Youth and Dragon Ball Seekers, that would have been kind of an issue, I think. I have to look back on the Grade 8 team, but yeah, that might have prevented, and it doesn't need a first position unit either. So anyway, But this would be a great floater unit. Imagine with all this as a floater, because not position restricted. Let's take a look at the team overall, right? So this again is the unit here, DB Saga Earthbred Fighters. So this is what we're going to be working with in 250, 220. These are the LRs, very, very tight and limited, right? We got the Gohan, we got the 2 Carnival units here, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Gotenks here. These are going to be very strong. Bulma is going to be, in a sense, beneficial in terms of that unit super attack. I don't know if you're going to be running that unit there. If you don't have this Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, of course you have the Super EZA Super Saiyan 2 Gohan here as well. And then we're going to open this up to the TURs. So where's Path of Power Goku when this unit happens here? So this unit has to be usable as a floater. Let me actually go back. I didn't look at the stats really quick. Give me 1 second here. You know what? I was totally wrong about Path of Power Goku. I thought he had a position restriction for first or second position. He does not have any of it. When he EZAs, he's going to be the best support unit on the team, because currently right now he already gives Ki +2 attack and defense 50%. So if they boost him up even more, so or add another category on there, he's going to be the best floater, no problem. Wow, I always forget how good Path of Power Goku is from when he initially came out. He's not as usable now, but with EZA, this team's going to be very interesting. So, but these are the rest of the TURs that are here. The question also is what other units are going to EZA a part of this. So there could be an EZA to there's one particular unit over here. Let's go back to the LRs that stands out to me in this grouping here is this unit right here. So this Gohan here is one of the last 130% LR yellow coins that could EZA in the celebration, along with Path of Power Goku. And then also, I think this Gohan too could have another option, but this is also another Dokkan Festival exclusive. So, but again, there's a lot of other EZAs that do happen. I don't see an opportunity for possibly another Super EZA. I'm just kind of looking around here. I don't really see that option, but who knows? They can just throw anything. But if they EZA the 2 Gohans, that would be very, very beneficial. That Pan's interesting, but I think this is as new as Path of Power Goku, right? So they went ahead. Again, this is very early for that unit to EZA. Anything else that jumps out? Nothing else jumps out with the 250 and 220, but remember, Earthbred Fighters is the category leader as well for the 200% 170. And yes, we have the Gogeta, we have the Vegito, Beast Gohan. We have a lot of sub options that you can run, and it looks really, really solid. So can't wait to build the team. Can't wait to build the team and do the full breakdown here. But before I end all this, let's quickly look at this Chi-Chi here. This Chi-Chi also is going to be a support unit as well. Superclass allies, attack and defense 30%. Strong base effects here with the 200% Ki +2, launch additional attack, chip coming super attack here. Ki 12 is 100 to attack, medium chance 150. Attack and defense and chance to perform critical hit 25% up to 100% for every super attack performed. So she's going to basically crit all the time. Launch additional super attack when the enemy's target is debuffed. When there's another youth category ally on the team, defense of 200% and then high chance of evading enemy's attack. So that's pretty much, you drop this in the Goku team, then you're fine. And then when there's Goku on the team, you get guard. Attacking the same turn, guard, and 159% to defense. So very strong. And if you have this Goku here in first position, and then have the Chi-Chi as a support, there you go. Bulma support, Path of Power, Goku supporting, Chi-Chi supporting. You just then add the second position units to this team here. Man, this team's looking Okay, interesting. Interesting. Anyway, so first look at this unit here. Tell me what you guys think. Are you guys excited for the Kid Goku? And if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.